or even more back than this, you will get the inside hind foot under the inside hip, as you see. Yeah. Circa from that point, it is not taking the hind, as the body so much more back. So then try with little lifting halts. Yeah, lift, up, yeah. A little more back, you can take her. Or forward or release, yeah. Take care not to hold her too long in the halt. So, and take care not to hold with your hands. So it's a message to the horse, and then the horse must do. But if you have the feeling that you have to hold it, then it's not there anymore. So give the horse a message from your body, from the whip, from your voice, and then you can take her back, that the inside hind foot is perhaps even a little in the front of her inside hip. But if you get the hind feet too much in under the stomach, or the opposite way, where the stomach too much back, then at the end the knees and the hocks will stay straight, and you will just get the hip. And if that happened, it cannot be combined with movement, because all the angles has to have an activity fitting to the other angles. Then with some horses, you will come to a point where you will feel some kind of stiffness. It might be stiffness in the head, in the lower jaw, in the neck, in the shoulders, wherever. Always start with the stiffness closest to your hand to work with that. That you don't try to jump over parts of the spine. Yes, exactly. So feel the softness in your hand, yes. And then you feel, when the moment you loosen that, you got you got an introduction to the point behind it. And then you will have a softness from your hand deeper and deeper into the horse, that your hand starts to feel at the end, if it's a knee or whatever it is. But the first thing you have to learn to feel in your hand is softness of the skull into the atlas. Then it's skull, atlas, lower jaw. Then it's skull, atlas, lower jaw, neck. Then it's skull, atlas, lower jaw, neck, and shoulder. And also in the neck, you must be aware of that there are several bones. And each of them could theoretically jump out of the road, that your halt would get lost there. Then it's the shoulder, but they are in balance. And if you feel that they are open to you, then you can pass them into the hind quad. And then when you are coming to a good reaction of your halt, then combine it with movement. So I think I will ask you to mount again, and then say, this is okay. She doesn't have to do the halt so much more. Just that you understand the hand and you get the feeling in your hand. Take her a little on the haunches, and with time you can take her more. And before that, it might be an idea to combine a halt with movement. inches.
Känner vi igen Lena?
Try to take her head away from you and use the rein on her neck and the whip as an inside leg. Yes, exactly. So exactly like groundwork. So you are thinking shoulder in towards yourself. Additionally, you take the head of the horse away from yourself when you mount.
Yeah.
It has something to do when the horse is a little nervous, then the hind quarter will come to you when the horse is making himself stiff. We could also take the opposite argument, that when you take the head away from yourself, the chest on your side will be lifted if the horse is in a correct bending, which is not really natural when you take weight on that still. Then the horse should go against. So you can take arguments for both. But practically, it's easier to take the horse next to yourself if you take it away from yourself. Then the move, Then take the shoulder out, you have it a little bit far in. Yeah. So when you lean towards her inside hip, then take the shoulder out. A little more outside lower leg. Yeah, there we go. And then the stomach a little forward again, into shoulder in, forward down. Down. Good. Put the gun a little more down, never mind. Move her again towards quarter in. Yeah, a little more. And release her again. Yeah, that you feel that the shoulder in, yes, there we go, is more a relaxation. Then with an activity, quarter in flexion. Try to make an outside leg, inside rein, and so on, that you make the quarter in halt. Quarter in halt. Yeah, and release the horse. Yeah, exactly, that you feel. This is just relaxing. The other thing is what you must do. So flexion is an activity. But forward is just relaxing. Then the other side. If the horse can learn to relax into a forward, then you can always, when you get to a border of some work, relax into forward. If you get to the border of a canter pirouette or of a collection in Piaf, for example, it is just relaxing, yes, exactly. Then outside leg and lifting, a little more backwards, outside rein also. And relax forward. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that you feel that forward. You just have to take the stomach and move forward in and relax and take your hand with forward and then the horse is relaxing forward down.
Yeah.
Then even further forward, then you get into a walk in this direction. So take a little hold again. And in the moment you go forward, this time, you go forward with movement.
Yeah.
So then take her in off the outside shoulder when you go forward. Take her a little in, forward, down and in. Now she's hanging a little on the outside shoulder. And then into walk. Forward down into walk. So there are two different ways of starting the movement. One is moving the point of weight and then the feet are following, or what I'm doing with the more schooled horses, keeping the point of balance and make the leg moves, like walk on the place and then have it in the feet forward as they want. Of course we have to start with the first one. Then again, in walk, do the same thing. Quarter in collection, sit back, collection, walk almost on the place, and relax with a little shoulder in. Yeah, good, good, there you go. You see, then the forward is of course a movement of the seat, as we spoke about yesterday, but it's also a change of balance, and it is a releasing into a bigger frame. Again, collection. Now you have to be active from your lower leg, from the width, or whatever, to keep the hind legs in a very little seat, just sit and relax, and take it back. Lean a little back, little half halt, almost stopping. And just before the hind legs stop to move, then your lower leg is coming. Try to be without the lower leg, take her back, and wait with the lower, and then the lower leg. Yeah, and release it forward. That means you must take care not to use the lower leg when not necessary. Try again to take her back and be ready with the lower leg, and then leg a little more back before using the leg. Then the leg outside, inside, taking the hind leg a little earlier, little half halt. Yeah. And forward again. Good. And the other. Forward, boom, give a feet movement. So it's an important thought that you only use an aid if you need
And
it.
then I have to,
Forward, swung.
I will film you in the afternoon and tomorrow.
They were a little too close to the wall, that the wall stole the energy. Yeah. And collection.
Good.
Yeah. That's the lower leg. Outside, inside, outside. Yeah. You felt how it's again in your hand as you use the lower leg. Little more collection, training, suppleness. Play with your hands. Yeah, good. And forward with a little shoulder in again. Nice. Good. Yeah, bye. Good.
Okay, but it was in.
Then again, collector, and when she smiles collected in a walk, then make half a pirouette by turning your body. Feel the lightness in your hand, feel the lift of the shoulder. Yeah, little quarter in. Then turn your body and turn the front of the horse with your body. More quarter, yeah, exactly, and Romberg. In collection. Lead the shoulder, lead the hind quarter, yeah. New standing and bending. Take care not to sit with your seat deep on the outside. New inside deep. Yeah, and forward with a new shoulder in. Yeah, so take care not to push her away from your outside seat in the turn or in the Romberg. Take care to keep the balance and correct the horse if the horse is not in balance. The same thing on this side. Again, a quarter in collection, playing with your hands, playing with the hind foot. Outside, inside, outside. Yeah, until the shoulders are light. And when the shoulders are light, yeah, then turn your body turn her shoulder, and the Rondeur, sit to the left, with the outside leg, turn the hindquarter. Yeah. And new seat. Good, and stop. So the typical failure is that you want to push her.
Yeah.
The problem is it's difficult to push something you are sitting on.
Yeah.
If you really want to push, you should have your feet on the ground, then you can push. But in the moment you're trying it with your seat, you're just sitting behind the movement.
Yeah.
And therefore, you must do as if you're turning on your own feet, and if the horse does not follow you, then correct her.
Yeah.
But not with the seat. The seat should still do the same thing, but correct her with your leg, with your rein, with your voice, whatever, the whip, but not with the seat. So when the horse does not react on a seat, a secondary aid can correct it, for example, a leg. But you cannot correct a horse not reacting on the leg with the seat.
No.
And that is what most people try. So when a horse, for example, do not react on an outside leg, they start to press it with an outside seat.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, stupid because these two aids are not giving the same message.
No.
One of the aids are giving the message point of balance. One aid is giving the message swung. That are seat aids. That cannot be done by the leg.
No.
The leg is a frame. That when a hind foot is stepping outside the frame, then you are with the leg asking it to step into the frame. This frame is in ideal case just the point of balance.
Yeah.
So we have 2 degrees of frames. The first frame we call the secondary frame. When you sit on the horse, we could say in the front of the seat, in the front of the leg, between the legs, between the reins, towards the hand. That is like a frame around the horse. And that is a natural thing for a horse that is group animal. So in a group you must observe other animals running on these places around the horse. The reason why we say in front of seat and leg is that some horse would run behind the horse in nature.
Yeah.
So it should not backwards out of the group, but be in that frame. When the horse knows the secondary frame, that is what we have taught the horse from the ground, then we are working towards the primary frame. The primary frame is called in the seat. That means in that moment you don't need any leg, rein, hand, whatever to correct her, then she's just in your point of balance.
Yeah.
And in the moment an exercise is there, then we need no other aids. So try again to go on a circle. And what you felt was how you released the horse into a little shoulder in.
Yeah.
And had the shoulder in for a little moment without any other aid than just your body staying up there
Yeah.
in a certain shape. So activity, little collection, quarter in, and then relax forward with a little shoulder in. So you see, for a little moment you felt softness in your hand, you felt softness in your rein, then turn your body a little in and take the shoulder with you, outside rein. And release the shoulder again. And feel if the shoulder is falling out again, or if the hindquarter is falling in, or if you need any aid. If you need any aid, feel in your body where it fell out of your frame. Little inside leg, little shoulder in. Inside leg, outside rein. And release the horse again. Yeah, good. And feel where the horse is falling out of the frame. Then put it into it again. Yeah. Okay, and stop. So the goal we are going for is that you will have a little moment, you can have the aid close to her. That doesn't take so long time until you correct her.
Yeah.
But that you for a little moment feel where she is in your seat and where she falls out of your seat.
Yeah.
Where she's following your body, where she's not following your body. And every aid you're giving her is corrections into your body.
Yeah.
So we speak about having a horse between the aids. But between the aids means that we need none of them. So between the legs does not mean that you press both legs. Between the legs means that you need none of the legs for that moment. Between the reins means that you need no rein to correct the shoulder. And towards the hand means that you have softness in your hand.
Yeah.
So you can have a tiny little contact if you want to feel if he's falling against,
Yeah.
or you can, for little moments, even take the aid little away that you give her space to fall in that direction
Yeah.
if you want, if you feel if he falls out. So the next thing to think on then is, where is the horse in the frame? Where does he follow the body?
Yeah.
Where do you go to borders, and where is it just to release the horse and enjoy that she's doing it herself?
Yeah.
Whatever we want. It can be a pirouette, it can be a Homberg, it can be a quarter in. That is a little more complicated movement, so the horse needs very much education to do them with little aid.
Yeah.
But at least the shoulder in, forward down,
Yeah.
or not shoulder in, but the forward down with the shoulder in tendency,
Yeah.
that is something that she should do by herself.
Yeah.
And when she's not doing it by herself, you might correct that situation, but even better is take a little quarter in collection and take a transition. That you feel the moments of, that she feels the moment of release.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the information of today, added to what we spoke about yesterday about swung.
Yeah.
That we have the three-dimensional swinging of the spine, and your seat being a part of it. Then we have the point that you made some collection, first just from your seat.
Yeah.
If he doesn't follow your seat back, the hand. If he loses the rhythm, the lower leg,
Yeah.
or the direction of the hind feet. So the main idea is that you use your seat, not by pressure, but by asking her if you want to follow your body a little bit more direction.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, let's have it at that point, and you can play with that.
Yeah.
Let's really take it step by step, because there are so many things to remember.
It's a lot of information.
And also that we're not making the pony tired
Yeah.
before we get to results, and not getting tired of us.
So I think if it was like up to her, things would be much faster, but it's me that has
Yeah.
to learn, and
That is with all horses.
I'm the slow one.
Horses are easier to train than humans.
Yeah.
A horse can learn a complete education in a lifetime, and even though that his lifetime to human is longer, the human cannot.
No.
That is, of course, because what we want is something natural for horses, but not always very natural for humans.
No.
For example, your foot in the stirrup, the pressure under your foot with a normal human make that the toes are going in
Yeah.
and being a little stiff, and the rider should do the opposite way. The rider should relax the foot and feather in the foot, which is an unnatural reaction to a human.
Yeah.
Therefore, a lot of human reactions we are changing, but the horse reactions we should keep. Just to have an example.
Yeah.